Setting up for your conventional deadlift, you're going to want to use the bumper plates that you'll find at your gym. This is going to set the bar at the correct height on your shin. So it will sit the bar a little higher off of the ground. They also are a good rubber material so that the heavier it gets, the easier it is on the floor when that bar returns down to the ground. So starting with your feet right underneath your hip bone and your toes pointing straight ahead, you're going to start with the bar right underneath or right over the middle of your foot. So I always start this movement at the hips, hinging my hips back. I'm keeping my shoulders where they are, so I'm not trying to round them forward. Shoulders are square, hips push back. And then when your hands are down on the bar, right underneath your shoulder, I'm gonna drop your hips even lower, wedge myself underneath that bar. That's gonna pin the bar right up against the shin. Chin stays tucked, breathe in at the bottom, and then you're gonna lift that bar all the way to a standing position. From here, just push your hips back and return that bar safely down to the ground. Once you've returned back for that first rep, you will need to drop your hips, reset up that form again. Breathe in, stand tall to the top. Another common mistake I see in the setup of a conventional deadlift is starting at the shoulders and coming down and reaching for that barbell in a rounded, almost like a scary cat position with your spine. So I always start this movement from the hips, moving my hips back first. Once you feel that stretch and engagement through the back of the leg, then I bend my knees as much as I need to reach the bar. So my shoulders don't actually move in the process of my setup. My shoulder blade stays square and my upper back locks into place as I lift that bar. A few common mistakes that I see in a setup of a deadlift is your arm and your elbow not in the correct position. So as you come down, shoulders are back nice and tight. If my elbow is way in front of my kneecap, that's going to show me that the bar is just a little bit too far forward. If I bend my knees and sit way into my squat position and my elbow is behind my knee, that's going to show me that my knees are just a little bit too bent here. So I'm lifting my hips, I'm pulling my shoulder blades back until my elbow is right in line with the outside of my knee. Now from here, I can tell that I'm in that ready position to pick that bar straight up and return it straight down. You want your barbell to move in a straight line from the bottom of the movement to the top, making sure it doesn't swing out away from the body.